In the chorus of advice emphasizing kindness and putting others first, have you ever stopped to consider the potential risks of being overly caring? Our world is intricate, and reciprocity isn't always guaranteed. We encounter well-intentioned folks whose generous acts, both financially and emotionally, leave them feeling drained. Is there a downside to being excessively kind? Could our own well-being be at stake? Today, let's dive into the less discussed aspects of kindness, exploring 8 potential challenges that arise when generosity is taken to the extreme. Along the way, we'll also uncover 4 practical strategies to protect ourselves from being taken advantage of. Join me as we navigate the balance between being kind and looking out for ourselves. Let's get started. Number 1. You will set unrealistic expectations for people. The Stoic philosophy advises us to embrace things as they are and not tether our happiness to the actions of others. The idea is to give freely without expecting too much in return, fostering a mindset that shields us from disappointment and cultivates emotional detachment for a more serene mind. However, it's challenging for us to be entirely selfless without subconscious expectations. When we give our all, we may unintentionally set a precedent, leading others to take our generosity for granted. This habit can make people reliant on us for everything, including tasks they should handle themselves. In the end, our hopes for reciprocal kindness might go unmet, leaving us with a mix of negative emotions like fatigue, frustration, and sadness. Yet, looking at it objectively, it's not that people are deliberately letting us down. They are merely tending to their own responsibilities, as we should be doing for ourselves. It's a reminder that taking care of our own needs is essential, as neglecting them can lead to exhaustion and emotional turmoil. Number 2. People will always expect something from you. The Stoic philosophy emphasizes that genuine worth is derived from behaving virtuously and rationally, rather than simply conforming to others' desires. Striking a balance between moderation and giving is crucial for maintaining control over our actions and preventing the development of habits that could harm our mental well-being. Throughout our lives, we've been reminded that people tend to be creatures of habit, naturally adapting to patterns, lifestyles, and the symphony of life around them. The concept of the comfort zone stems from this tendency to resist change. Consistent generosity on our part may lead those we assist to expect continual support, inadvertently fostering a state of comfort where they become dependent on us to fulfill their responsibilities. If we underestimate our own value, it's unlikely that others will encourage us to prioritize our needs. Expecting empathy from those we've consistently helped may be unrealistic, especially as they adhere to their own Robin Hood, relying on our support, even if it comes at a significant cost in their lives. Remember, if you don't place value on yourself, don't anticipate others to do it for you. Number 3. You will lose yourself in the process. The Stoics emphasized the significance of living a life guided by reason and virtue, emphasizing the need to establish boundaries and prioritize our own responsibilities. This, they argued, is essential to maintain equilibrium and safeguard our identity and well-being from being sacrificed for the sake of others. When one consistently prioritizes the needs of others over their own, there's a risk of evading something within oneself that causes pain and fear. Consider the emotions that arise when spending a weekend alone or returning home without a welcoming presence. Engaging in numerous activities as a means of escape may intensify the impact, as you'll eventually have to confront your inner self. Moreover, this pattern may exacerbate your mood as you continually place the needs of others before your own. Self-care emerges as a cornerstone of overall well-being. Before extending support to others, ensuring personal happiness, indulgence, and proper care is imperative. It's akin to the principle that one shouldn't offer someone a chocolate unless they've genuinely enjoyed one themselves. Likewise, assisting a friend with household chores should follow the completion of your own tasks, allowing time for relaxation with a good movie and a sip of lemonade. In this perspective, the well-being of the world around you falls into place after prioritizing your own needs. Number 4, people will perceive you as weak. Stoicism advocates for the development of inner strength and self-control through the establishment of boundaries and the practice of self-discipline. By setting clear limits and demonstrating commitment to our own responsibilities and values, we communicate a sense of determination and gain the respect of others, avoiding the perception of weakness. However, if one becomes overly helpful without setting boundaries, they risk being perceived in two contrasting ways. On one hand, in collaborative settings, excessive assistance might lead to the impression of an authority figure. On the other hand, the absence of boundaries may result in being seen as weak, akin to an antagonist rather than a leader. This perception may prompt others to shift their responsibilities onto you, secure in the knowledge that you are unlikely to refuse. Contrary to this, the moment you introduce the magic word, "no," a transformative shift occurs. Setting boundaries communicates a sense of self-respect and signals to others that their responsibilities cannot simply be unloaded onto you without consideration. In return, this shift may lead to an unexpected emotion from others, respect, a sentiment they might not have envisioned feeling, but arises when they recognize your commitment to maintaining personal boundaries. Number 5. People will only come to you when they need something. Stoicism imparts the importance of valuing discernment and wisdom when choosing whom to assist. Through the cultivation of self-control and objectivity, we gain the ability to distinguish between genuine individuals and those seeking to take advantage. This discernment allows us to steer clear of unproductive situations and avoid expending our energy in vain. Unexpectedly, those who once considered you a close friend might start excluding you from enjoyable moments, turning to you only when they require assistance. While it may seem calculated when viewed objectively, the reality is that people typically don't invite their employees or collaborators for casual coffee or share a beer. This logic doesn't necessarily make the situation fair, but it does make it understandable. In light of these dynamics, it becomes crucial to learn strategies for managing situations that prevent people from exploiting your generosity. I'll be sharing these strategies with you towards the end. Number 6. You will attract only opportunists and energy drainers. Stoic discernment guides us in cultivating authentic and mutually beneficial relationships. According to this philosophy, people enter our lives in response to the vibrations of our energy. When our energy vibrates at a low frequency, we tend to attract negative, pessimistic individuals with dark spirits and non-benevolent intentions. Conversely, when our energy vibrations are high, we attract people filled with positive energy, generosity, enthusiasm, hard work, and joy. Indiscriminate giving, without considering the vibrational frequency of our energy, can lead to a significant loss of energy. This indiscriminate generosity may lower our own energetic frequency, attracting individuals who are needy or opportunistic. Needy people may feel drawn to us, while opportunists, who lack the intention or resources to reciprocate help, come to extract everything they can from us and then disappear, avoiding any obligation to express gratitude. Number 7. You will fall into addictive patterns. The Stoics advocated for moderation and self-control, emphasizing the importance of practicing self-discipline, particularly in the realm of generosity. This disciplined approach aids in avoiding the pitfalls of addictive patterns, allowing us to maintain a healthy relationship with our actions and decisions. In situations where scarcity becomes a part of our daily lives, the risk of developing addictive behaviors increases, as unmet needs may fuel the desire for excessive consumption. It's in these circumstances that someone close to you might observe signs of potential issues, such as excessive drinking, overeating, or gambling. When someone who cares about you offers observations or expresses concerns, it's crucial to pay close attention. While the initial reaction may be to become defensive or dismissive, it's important to recognize that such reactions are typical of individuals deeply entrenched in their own problems, often unable to acknowledge them. Always remember that those who care about you genuinely desire what's best for you. Taking their observations seriously is an opportunity to prevent further dissent and move forward with their support. Number 8. You will invite suspicions with genuine kindness. Stoicism encourages us to act virtuously, regardless of how others may perceive us. By prioritizing a life in harmony with our principles and values, we construct an authentic reputation that stands resilient against unfounded suspicions. In an ideal world, genuine kindness would be abundant, but the reality is that truly kind individuals are not prevalent. Paradoxically, if you genuinely embody kindness, you may raise suspicions rather than garner admiration and gratitude. The display of consistent kindness may lead people to question your motives and hidden intentions, creating an atmosphere of doubt. Encountering a group of distrustful individuals might not necessarily be their fault. Instead, it could be a realistic response. Many overly enthusiastic people tend to conceal darker intentions, making it prudent to exercise caution and refrain from accepting their help. Now, let's explore strategies to prevent people from taking advantage of your kindness. Strategy number 1. Embrace your emotional guide. Built on the Stoic idea of self-awareness, paying close attention to your emotions and feelings becomes a crucial practice. The Stoics valued self-reflection, emphasizing its importance in understanding one's reactions and needs. By actively listening to your feelings, you can discern if you're extending help excessively and draining yourself emotionally. This awareness allows you to realign your focus and seek a healthier balance. Consider the emotions that surface when you engage in helping others. In an altruistic act, where you genuinely prioritize others, the experience should be akin to walking on clouds. However, if you find yourself overwhelmed, drained, angry, or feeling used, these emotions serve as signals to listen more closely to your feelings. If something, despite lacking any obligation, causes significant discomfort, it's crucial not to deceive yourself. By acknowledging and understanding how the assistance you're providing impacts your well-being, you can make informed decisions about maintaining a healthy balance in your altruistic endeavors. Strategy number 2. Master the art of saying no. In alignment with Stoic teachings, it's essential to recognize that your time and energy hold significant value and must be consciously and balancedly allocated. Embracing the ability to say no in situations where you feel overwhelmed or when a request seems unfair is a powerful exercise of self-control. While the term no is often associated with negativity and pessimism, it's crucial to overcome the inherent struggle in refusing. The avoidance of saying no can lead to a life dominated by negativity if we fail to develop this skill when faced with demands that exceed our capacity. It's normal to find it challenging, but envision the negativity that might pervade your life if you don't cultivate the ability to say no when necessary. Consider practicing in front of a mirror, convincing yourself that saying no is the only way to regain your freedom and avoid unnecessary and potential risks. In doing so, you empower yourself to maintain a healthy balance and safeguard your well-being. Strategy number 3. Prioritize your peace and well-being. Adhering to the Stoic principles of self-discipline and self-respect, it becomes crucial to carve out dedicated time and space for self-care. Engaging in activities you enjoy, such as practicing yoga, drawing, or listening to music while sipping tea, is a vital part of nurturing yourself. Prioritize completing your obligations promptly so that you can consistently allocate this time for your well-being. Taking this commitment seriously involves scheduling this personal time daily or weekly. When someone seeks your assistance during this designated time, it's essential that they approach the situation with utmost respect and cooperation. With you, not just with the person making the request. Without remorse, it's entirely reasonable to assertively decline their request and relish in the enjoyment of that time and space dedicated solely to yourself. If you prefer a softer approach, you can offer assistance for another time, but it's crucial to convey that your availability is limited because you have other aspects of your life to attend to. This ensures that your self-care remains a priority and is respected by those around you. Number 4. Choose your relationships wisely. It is imperative to discern which relationships contribute positively to your well-being and which may emotionally drain you. By distancing yourself from individuals who consistently drain your energy without offering positive contributions, you demonstrate stoic self-control in your relationships. Attempting to help an energy vampire is futile, as these individuals tend to overwhelm with complaints, pains, and a pessimistic outlook on life. They often resist solving their problems because it would require ceasing their habitual complaining, something they're unwilling to tolerate. In conclusion, according to Stoic wisdom, finding the middle ground is key in life, and generosity is no exception. Giving too little can make you appear selfish, while excessive giving leaves you depleted of energy, time, and possibly money. The preferred approach is to lean towards the middle shades of grey, striking a balance between prioritizing others and yourself. When in doubt, always remember the magic word no, especially if the offer comes with potential drawbacks. Thank you for joining me on this philosophical exploration. Remember, the key to a Stoic life is not just in knowing, but in doing. Seize the day, stay resilient, and may your path be filled with wisdom and virtue. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with those who may benefit from the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. Until next time, stay stoic, stay strong.